sunshine, huh? Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. You remember? John Denver. Rip. Hey everybody, Tasha. I'm Tasha well, yes, we are live from the Smoky Mountain Homestead, and I am your Simple Solution Specialist. Today I'm going to show you two quick, super easy things. We have some friends coming over for a potluck cookout thing in a little while, but before that I got to get a couple things done. And what I've discovered here, I've learned a lot since I moved here. There's a difference between a cookout and oh, that is really bright, isn't it? I'm sorry. There's a difference between a cookout and a potluck, or a cookout and a barbecue. That's what it is. So barbecue is actually a dish, like barbecued pork or barbecued beef or something. That's barbecue. A cookout is when you cook outside, so grilling, things like that. But they call a grill a barbecue grill. So I'm not quite sure how they work that out in their minds. But that was interesting to know, because I said a barbecue and people were like, oh, barbecue. And I'm like, no, like, you know, cooking out on the grill. They're like, that's not a barbecue. I'm like, oh, well, apparently I've been doing it wrong for 51 years. So anyways, I'm going to do some, I need to make some hair rinse. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And then I need to make some of my like all-purpose cleaner kind of stuff. I have two that I use. This one is specifically for like windows and things like that I don't want streaky. So we are going to go outside and get some rosemary for my hair rinse. Outside. On the outside. All right. It's our little backyard. It's basically the dog's backyard, but that's cool with us. Here we are. Oh, let me fix you. All right. Can you see me? Probably not. Oh, I'll put you over here because it looks like the sun is in your face. Oh, how's that? How's that? All right. Here's my lovely rosemary bush. We planted this right when we got here. And I love it. I use rosemary for so much. You know what I love to do is when I'm roasting a chicken and I use it as a rack on the bottom of the pan instead of, you know, using an actual rack, because all the rosemary goes up into the, oh my God, it smells so good. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually do like 5 or 6 sprigs, give or take. Oh, this guy looks like he's ready to come down, so we'll use that. All right. Super easy. You know me. I like things to be simple, easy, not complicated. Look, what am I? You're looking at me, huh? So we got to go this way. There's the puppies. Oh my gosh, you guys, we stopped at the flea market this morning. Come on, Biscuit. These people were selling the cutest puppy. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I almost bought it, but Alan didn't look too pleased. It was so cute and tiny and fluffy. Like, I need this dog. All right. You know what? I'll put you over here. You might be. We'll see if that works. Whoa. Here, you know what? I'll stick you guys in the non-paper towel bucket so that you don't. How's that? I gotta figure this stuff out, huh? All right. So I have. We had rain the other day, so I collected some rainwater, and, oh, it's dark in here. Put a little light on the subject. Did that help? No, let me go turn the light on. How's that? Well, that's a little better. So, because it was rainwater, I need to filter it out, you know, because there's gunk in it. So, what I use, I'm going to use a strainer. I'm going to use either one, it gets better. Strainer into my pot, like so. Calphalon, I love it. So I use butter muslin to filter it out instead of cheesecloth. And you can see the difference. So this is cheesecloth, just regular old cheesecloth. See, it's got all these holes and yeah, see? That's not gonna, I mean, you're still gonna get googlies in that. So what I use is butter muslin. Butter muslin is also a linen, but it's very, very tightly woven. So, and this is the unbleached kind, obviously, because we don't want bleach in our. I use butter muslin actually when I'm making cheese. So, excuse me, my allergies are acting up. And it just works better than. I mean, you could use cheesecloth, but you'd have to use like 5 layers of it to be able to get everything out. And why do that when you can do one? So I'm going to strain it through here. And it's not an exact science, obviously, because I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. And then I just pour it in here. And just enough to fill the pot. It takes a minute because that butter muslin needs to get all wet and happy. God, the rosemary smells so good. All right, now we can move on. And I do this probably, oh gosh, I don't know, once a week maybe. The downside is when you don't have fresh rosemary, obviously you can't do fresh rosemary hair rinse. But what you can do is use your filtered water or whatever. The rainwater is going to be great. Rainwater is obviously great for your, what is in this? For your hair. It's really, really good. But what you can do is just put your water in and use rosemary essential oil. And you would only, I mean, a little goes a long way. So probably 2 or 3 drops per. So I store it, once it's all done and filtered out, I store it in the cupboard in the bathroom. And then I put it in, dispense it out in one of these, and it's got a little squirty top. A little, like a little from the restaurant. I know it's plastic, but it never gets hot. So I'm not really worried about that. But one of these will last me for about a week. And so, because I don't use conditioner, I have like baby fine, like the hairs themselves are like baby hairs, but I have a crap ton of it. But if I use conditioner, it just weighs it down. So this is a leave-in hair rinse. So I fill it up with that, from the pot will be filled up with this. And this will last me for about 3 weeks, and then I fill it back up. So yeah, I guess I make it about every 3 weeks. So, where'd the scissors go? Oh, there they are. So all it is, water in the pot, and then I just cut them to fit in there, give or take, sort of. I don't want to make sure there's no dog hairs on them. Whatever. I used to be like crazy about, ooh, getting rosemary everywhere, everything being perfect and tidy and la 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 la. And you know what, as I've gotten older, I just don't have time for that crap, And I don't know if it's I just don't care. It's not that big a deal. Nothing is perfect, nor should it be. There. I've got all this rosemary left here, so that can go in the compost. And then I bring it to a boil. As soon as it comes to a boil, turn it down and let it just barely on a simmer. So you're basically steeping it for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, give or take. I usually do it until I remember, oh, it's on the stove, I gotta go get it. And that's usually plenty. And then I strain it one more time through the strainer thingy into my big glass bottle. And that's it. And part of it, of course, goes in the squirty thing. And that's it. Super, super easy. I like that. So the other thing I'm making is the all-purpose cleaner. And there's a organization in San Diego called, where did I get this? This was like for I was at a street fair or something like that, and they were giving away these like stickers for the front of your squirty bottles. And this is just 2 cups of hot water, a teaspoon of borax, and a teaspoon of white vinegar or lemon juice. That's to cut the grease. So that's it. And I don't even use hot water, because what happens is if you put it in your squirty bottle with the hot water, you need it to be warm enough to My fingers are sticky from the rosemary. You need it to be hot enough to dissolve the borax, but if you make it too hot, it goes into the bottle and the bottle goes like that, you know, and it's like, and it's too hot to use because you got to wait for it to cool down, and I don't want to do that. So, and it says 2 cups, but, ooh, I'm making a mess over here. Yeah, this probably has yeah, it has ounces on the side. So 2 cups, what's a cup? A cup is, how many ounces are in a cup, you guys? How many ounces? It doesn't say. There's a half of a fluid ounce and 3 teaspoons, though. I don't know, a cup. That's about a cup, right there. So I'm going to fill it up to just about like right there. I'm not going to measure. So I just use hot water from the tap. I don't boil it, and I don't even wait for it to get all the way hot. I hate waiting for it to get hot, though. I feel like I'm wasting a ton of water, which I really am, but what are you going to do? Okay, so, that's close. Couple cups? Yep, that looks good. All right, and then a teaspoon of vinegar. Again, I don't measure. I just kind of eyeball it. It's good enough. And a teaspoon of borax. You know, you don't have to use the borax. And I try to use as little borax as possible, only because it's not that great for the environment, and it's really not awesome for our septic, but sometimes it gives it that extra boost to get things really clean, and it's only like half a teaspoon, I think it said. Is that what we said? Or 1 teaspoon. So, I mean, in the long run, it's not a whole lot, but everything does add up, and you know how I am about that. So, a teaspoon. And if I had it in a jar, I probably wouldn't even measure it. I'd probably just put some, but it's in this box, and I need to be able to get to it. What am I doing here? All right. So there's that. All right. How am I going to do this? There it is. Oh, they're great. There's a big old chunk in there, of course. Well, how do we get... Oh, you know what? I'll stick in a bowl. I might be able to get my, yeah, it gets all kind of clumpy sometimes, especially since we moved here. It's a lot more humid here. Well, I mean, it's not horribly humid. It's not, you know what, I'll tell you, it's not nearly as humid as I thought it was going to be. So I'm pleasantly surprised. And I think part of it is because we're up in the mountains, it doesn't get as humid as it does down in, like in the Charlotte area and stuff. So there's a teaspoon. That in there. Didn't all go in there, but whatever. Rinse it down. And that's it. And it's still, I mean, I think my water's a little bit warm. So the sides are still going to suck in a little bit, but it'll dissolve still. I just got to shake it up a little. Shake it, shake. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, yeah. All right, see? Super easy. And I mean, how much did that probably cost us? Water. We're on a well. We pay, our water bill is like, it's for the upkeep of the well, and it's like $96 a year. And in fact, the guy that lives over up here, he's in charge of the well, like he takes care of it, whatever. So he brings us our water bill every year on an index card. Like it's written in hand on an index card. And then we just pay him the $96. It's kind of funny. And that money goes to like, you know, upkeep on the well and stuff. So, all right, that's it. I don't, my water isn't boiling yet for my hair rinse. But you guys get the gist of it. Just poke that down in there. That's pretty easy. Yeah, and rosemary is really good for your hair. It helps with that. Not that I need regrowth of hair, but I've got plenty of hair. But it helps with that, and I have dry scalp, and especially since we moved up here because the air is really dry, which is weird. How is the air really dry but it's humid? Somebody explain that. Anyway, That's really, really good. And it's good for memory too, especially since, you know, those of us who are getting a little older, we can all use a little bit of help with that. So that's it. Homemade hair rinse and homemade cleaner, and we probably just spent about 5 cents making both of them. How do you like that? Super simple, huh? All right, that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Be the change.